The path to greatness begins with a single step, and by leaving behind the year of 2025, this is the ideal moment to ask ourselves, what actions can I take today to be the best version of myself tomorrow? As the last chapter of 2025 closes, we find ourselves at the threshold of a new dawn that invites us to reflect and anticipate the future. Life resembles an unknown journey, where every day represents a new opportunity to influence our destiny. The ancient Stoics, with their deep wisdom, understood this dynamic. They were not simply isolated philosophers in their thoughts, but rather realistic, deeply connected with the rhythms and fluctuations of life. If it is your first time on my channel, I ask you to help me by signing up and giving like in the video, so I can continue to create more content like this in the future. Imagine a quiet afternoon at the end of 2025. You are reflecting on the year that has passed while contemplating the future. It is not just about establishing ephemeral resolutions that can disappear quickly, but rather about incorporating habits that shape and define your life from now on. That is why I present to you here 10 habits inspired by Stoicism, designed to mark the transition from 2025 to 2026. These habits are not just ideas to reflect, they are practical actions and applicable directly to your everyday life. Be reassured, we will avoid complicated philosophical terms. Stoicism for today: simple, practical, and directly applicable to your day by day. Let us get started. Number 1. Create a routine. Imagine your day as a blank screen. Without a plan, it is just a space waiting to be filled randomly. But with a routine, it is a masterpiece in process. The power of a routine is not in rigidity, but in providing a structure to channel your energy effectively. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher whose wisdom has gone through centuries, once said, "Life without a plan is erratic, but a well-structured day is a well-used day." So, how to build this routine? It's not about copying someone's time, but creating one that resonates with you. Start by identifying your most productive moment of the day. Are you a morning person like me, who thrives in the quiet hours of dawn? Or does your energy reach its peak as the day progresses? Adapt your routine at this natural pace. Dedicate your most productive hours to the most important tasks, those that require your full attention and creativity. For me, it is about mastering the morning, not letting it dominate me. I start with activities that set a positive tone for the day. A walk, a moment of reflection, addressing a creative project before the world wakes up. But remember, a routine is not just about work. It is about balance. It integrates habits that nourish mind, body, and soul. Perhaps it is about reading, exercising, or spending quality time with loved ones. And crucially, keep your routine. Consistency is what keeps everything together. As you build this routine, you will see that it becomes a basis for the growth of good habits. After all, as Seneca reminds us, principles are necessary, and what is a routine but a principle in which you live every day? Accept the structure and observe how uncertain chaos turns into a symphony of productivity and peace. Number 2. Do not let anxiety dominate you. There is a storm that we all face, one that does not form in heaven, but within us. Anxiety is a shadow that follows us, whispering about what can go wrong, what can happen. But here is a Stoic truth. You are not a puppet, and anxiety should not be the tighter. Marcus Aurelius, a man who led an empire, understood this. In his meditations he wrote, "Today, I escaped anxiety, or rather, I discarded it, because it was inside me." That is a powerful achievement. Turbulence is not in the plane or at the airport. It is in us. Now, how do we free ourselves from this invisible chain? The first fundamental step in dealing with anxiety is to take possession of your own feelings. It is essential to recognize that anxiety is the result of your thoughts and perceptions, not a direct consequence of the environment around you. It can be compared to a dense fog that distorts your vision, magnifying little things and turning them into huge mountains. The key is to cleanse this mental fog to perceive the world as it is, not as your fears paint it. This is where the practice of full attention becomes important. Take a moment, take a deep breath, and ask yourself the crucial question: is this concern I feel a result of what is happening or coming from what I fear will happen? Often you will find that it is more of this latter scenario. Finally, it is crucial to demystify a misconception of anxiety. It is not a preventive solution to face potential problems. In fact, it operates counterproductively. Instead of preparing it for future challenges, it paralyzes. It is like swinging in a chair. There may be a lot of movement, but there is no real advance. Therefore, as we enter the new year, let us make a promise to ourselves to free ourselves from the chains that anxiety imposes on us. Let us focus on life with a clear mind and a firm heart. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have control over your mind, not on external events. When you understand this, you will find an invaluable inner force. Always remember, the only storm you must face is the one that resides within you. Accepting this truth and working on it is the way to greater tranquility and a more serene life. Number 3, start with the small. George Washington, a man whose determination shaped a nation, appreciated the saying, "Many few make a heap," a humble Scottish proverb that captures a deep truth: the great is composed of the tiny. Similarly, Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, was right to say that well-being is achieved with small steps, but that this is not a small thing. He understood that transformation does not happen at once, but in small and deliberate advances. Think of this as sowing seeds. Each small seed has the potential to become something magnificent. In facing the task of applying this focus to our goals and habits, let us consider an example. The goal of reading more. Instead of establishing an overwhelming and difficult-to-achieve goal, commit yourself to a small but constant progress, such as reading 1 page a day. This strategy resembles the construction of a mosaic, where each small piece contributes to the overall picture of our personal development. Remember that a long journey begins with a single step, and a habit forms through a single, consistent action. James Clear, in his work Atomic Habits, captures this idea in a masterful way. The essence of Atomic Habits lies not only in its explosive potential, but in its fundamental nature. Just as an atom, the smallest unit, contains an immense power, our smaller habits are the foundation for a profound and lasting change. Here, a fundamental Stoic principle is revealed. It is not only about carrying out small actions, but also about thinking small. It is crucial to avoid the trap of great and unreachable promises. Instead, focus on what is right in front of you, in the immediate and attainable. By uniting these small daily victories, you will notice how they transform and become significant changes over time. Even the most powerful river begins with a constant and progressive drip. Therefore, when entering into 2025, let us embrace and recognize the power to begin in a small way. Let us always remember Zeno's wise words: "No act of goodness, however small it may be, is ever wasted." Therefore, when you face any goal or change you wish to implement, remember the valuable lesson that Stoic philosophy teaches us. The power of consistency in small actions is the key to achieving meaningful and long-term deceptions in your life. Number 4, release important resources, time. This invaluable resource that we have often fades into trivial activities. Commonly, we proclaim to be short of time, but an attentive look at our hours before the screens reveals the real situation. It is not so much about getting more time, but wisely using what we already have. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the essential. Epictetus, a wise philosopher known for his pragmatism, expressed, "If you want to improve, you must be willing to seem disoriented or stupid in some things." This statement relates to the conscious choice not to fall into the whirlwind of the essential, be wandering without purpose through the news, consuming excessive information or digital distractions. The strategy to deal with this involves double awareness and action. First, it is crucial to develop an acute awareness of the fate of our time. Keeping a record of our daily or weekly activities can be revealing, surprising us with how much time we have allocated to activities of little value. This awareness is the first step towards change. Then, decisive action comes into play. Start by reducing the time dedicated to these distractions, setting limits for the use of applications, designating specific moments to inform, and avoid heading on the internet. It is not about disconnecting from the world, but choosing not to dive blindly into it. By regaining your time, you will find that you have more space for what really matters. Pursuing your goals, cultivating meaningful relationships, and personal growth. This habit is not limited to managing time, but covers the management of your own life. Its essence is to ensure that the precious hours of our day are invested in activities that enrich and strengthen our existence, rather than exhausting it. As we enter into 2025, let us remember the wise words of Epictetus and focus our energy and time on what truly contributes to our well-being and personal growth. Remember, every minute dedicated to something meaningless is a minute subtracted from something meaningful in our lives. Number 5, give yourself permission to stop. There is a story that resonates through time, not about a battle or a personal victory. Dwight Eisenhower, a man whose decisions shaped history, faced a formidable enemy, his habit of smoking 4 packs a day. His doctor's words were a call to arms, to quit smoking or face disastrous consequences. Eisenhower's answer was to give himself the order to stop, and so he stopped smoking suddenly after 40 years. This is a testimony of a profound principle. No man is free if he is not the master of himself, as Epictetus once said. This story is not just about overcoming a habit of smoking. It is about conquering any vice that keeps us captive. We all have our battles, whether with unhealthy habits, procrastination, or negative thinking. The key to victory is to give ourselves the order to stop. It is about asserting control over their impulses, rather than letting them control you. Seneca, another Stoic sage, noted that we are all slaves to something, but the beauty of Stoicism lies in recognizing that we have the keys to our own currents. How to apply this to your life? Identify that one thing. Perhaps it is that extra cup of coffee, the endless sliding of social networks, or any habit that is more an obstacle than an aid. Recognize its impact on your life, and then make a firm and clear decision to stop. It is not a gradual change, but a definite and deliberate action. When you give yourself the order to stop, you are not just breaking a habit, you are claiming your freedom. And as you enter in 25, take with you this powerful message. You are the commander of your destiny, and the first order is to dominate yourself. I hope you're enjoying the Stoic lessons you've shared so far. Before we continue, I want to invite you to become a member of our Stoic channel. Together, we can explore the principles of Stoicism and find the inner strength to face the challenges of life. Just click on the button to be a member below and be part of this journey of self-discovery. Number 6, do something difficult at the beginning of each new year. Seneca, a colossus of Stoicism, was not limited to establishing resolutions, but made a strong statement. He plunged himself into the icy waters of the Tiber River. He did not do it to swim. It was a demonstration of domination over himself, proclaiming with force, "I am in charge." This act was not centered on the coldness of water, but on the burning that lit internally, a flame of personal affirmation and resistance. How can we incorporate this valuable Stoic lesson into our lives? It all starts when we leave our comfort zone. Select something that challenges you, something that makes you feel a little uncomfortable. It can be a variety of actions. Get up an hour earlier, face a cold water bath, express your ideas in a meeting, or even venture to learn a new skill. The activity itself is not as relevant as the fact of expanding your own personal limits. It is in these moments of discomfort where we experience greater personal growth, where we really discover what we are capable of. The essence of this practice lies not only in the difficulty itself, but in the reaffirmation of your will about your own instincts. It is a testimony of your inner strength, a clear demonstration that you are much more than your fears and indecisions. As you embark on this challenge, remember Seneca's implicit message: I control my actions, my reactions, and my mind. May the year of 2025 be the period in which you embrace these challenges, showing yourself that you can face and overcome difficult situations. After all, in the face of the challenges, we not only survive, but also prosper and grow. Number 7. Stop fearing change. Diving into the acceptance of change is similar to learning the art of surfing the waves. If you resist, you will be thrown into the sea. But if you adapt, you will be carried forward with fluidity. Marcus Aurelius, in his deep meditations, devoted time to reflecting on the nature of his own change. He understood that life is a continuous bath of transformations. In fearing mutability, we deprive ourselves of the infinite possibilities and opportunities that are presented before us. It is not just about accepting change, but about welcoming it with open arms and a receptive attitude. To integrate this into your daily life, start by changing your perspective. Instead of considering change as a threat, embrace it as an inevitable and exciting part of your existence, an open window to the growth, learning, and exploitation of new experiences. This year, challenge yourself to leave the comfort zone. Dare to experience something new, be it a hobby, a change in your professional career, or even a reassessment of your way of thinking. It is precisely in these moments of uncertainty and novelty that we often find the greatest personal growth and the deepest satisfaction. In addition, cultivate an adaptability mentality, similar to a tree that bends with the wind but remains firm. Learn to be flexible in the face of transformations. Adaptability does not imply being passive, but actively finding ways to thrive and grow in the new circumstances that arise. As you navigate through the changing landscapes of life, remember the wise words of Marcus Aurelius: the universe changes. Our life is what our thoughts make of it. Change is constant in life, but the way we have decided to face it is what really matters. Learning to adapt and see each challenge as an opportunity to improve is a powerful approach. Instead of resisting change, embrace the opportunity it represents, turning each challenge into an occasion to develop new skills, expand your worldview, and discover new facets of your own inner strength. May the year of 2025 be an opportunity for you to master the waves of change with dexterity and grace, turning each new challenge into an opportunity for your personal and self-discovery development. Number 8. Associate with people who make you better. The influence of the people around us extends far beyond what we usually recognize, comparable to walking through a thick forest where the chosen trails determine the final destination. This notion, although not new, was deeply understood by the Stoics. Seneca, through his writings, stressed the value of surrounding individuals who promote growth and wisdom. In his words, join with those who will make you a better man. This premise is not limited to the choice of friendships, but to the selection of influences that shape their character and life. Reflecting on the social circle that surrounds us is a fundamental step in the path of personal development. Who are the people with whom we share most of our time? Do they reflect the qualities we admire and desire for ourselves? The search is not for perfect individuals, but for those who challenge us, encourage our growth, and are aligned with our values. It is like sowing on a fertile ground that promotes our growth and evolution. Remember, if we surround ourselves with people who limp in their personal development, we are likely to end up limping as well. This approach is not only about avoiding negative influences, but actively seeking those that inspire us positively and push us towards greatness. Building our own Stoic circle can take various forms, from participating in a reading club, integrating a group of debates, until we simply surround ourselves with friends committed to their personal development. It is crucial to engage in activities that feed our mind and spirit, where ideas are debated, philosophical issues are raised, and mutual challenges are faced. As Seneca wisely expressed, we learn as we teach. When we surround ourselves with people who drive us to achieve our best self, not only do we keep up with circumstances, but we overcome expectations. May the year of 2025 be the stage in which we thoroughly cultivate our garden of influences, ensuring that each individual who composes it contributes a significant value to our personal journey of growth and self-realization. Number 9. Say no to the non-essential. In a world full of options and distractions, learning to say does not become a crucial skill for mental focus and clarity. Marcus Aurelius, a leader faced with the complexities of governing an empire, understood the importance of discernment. He wisely pointed out that much of our actions are not essential. Well, by rejecting the non-essential, we not only release valuable time, but also expand our ability to focus on what really matters. It is about creating a significant space by evicting the chaos that surrounds our daily lives. To incorporate this principle into our existence, it is essential to carefully evaluate our commitments. Are they aligned with our personal values and goals? It is easy to be caught in a whirlwind of busy tasks that actually have a minimal contribution to our general purpose. Practicing the art of saying no to these distractions does not imply being distant or little collaborative, but rather establishing limits that allow us to dedicate our energy to truly meaningful activities. Every time we commit ourselves to something that lacks importance, we are, without realizing, reducing the time and energy that we could devote to something really meaningful in our lives. Transforming this dynamic implies attributing a profound and conscious value to each of our choices. The key is to make our yes have a genuine and concrete purpose. It means saying an emphatic and sincere yes to activities that not only fill our time, but also nourish our lives in different ways. This can manifest itself in various ways. It could be the pursuit of new opportunities for personal growth, devoting quality time to our closest relationships, or immersing ourselves in our deepest passions. This type of selective affirmation is not simply a casual response or a mechanical act, but a profound commitment to excellence and authenticity. It is making the conscious decision to invest our time and effort in what shapes our essence. It challenges us to grow and helps us to forge the kind of life we truly want to live. By committing ourselves in this way, we are not only saying yes to specific activities, but we are affirming our commitment to what really matters in our personal journey. It is a commitment to building a life full of meaning, purpose, and deep satisfaction, where each yes counts and contributes to the essence of who we are and who we aspire to be. By facing the new year, let us reserve our yes for what really brings us closer to the person in whom we aspire to convert. Following the wise guidance of Marcus Aurelius, let us ask ourselves at every moment whether what is truly necessary. May the year of 2025 be the year in which we perfect the delicate and powerful ability to reject the unessential, thus tracing a path to a rich life in focus, purpose, and deep satisfaction. Number 10. Returning to rhythm. Embracing and understanding our humanity is a journey that invites us to accept and embrace our imperfections and slippages. Marcus Aurelius, an eminent leader who sailed the complexities of life and empire, had an astounding insight into the inevitability of facing obstacles and errors in our lives. His reflections focused on the importance not only of getting up when we fell, but also on recognizing the intrinsic beauty of our humanity that allows us to do so. In this way, to understand that tripping is an inherent part of our journey, not a deviation from it, is fundamental. It is, in practical terms, to adopt a mentality of resilience and forgiveness when we make mistakes in our daily decisions. Whether it is a slip in the diet, a failure in training, or a timid execution of our resolutions, the key lies in the way we respond to such setbacks. True transformation occurs when we embrace an approach of self-pity and persistence. Every return to the right path strengthens our ability to resist and persist before the challenges. Celebrating our ability to recover and resume our rhythm, no matter how many times we have lost it, is crucial. It is essential to remember that this journey is not about achieving perfection, but about recognizing progress and embracing the continuous return to what really matters. Quoting Epictet, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When we enter in 2025, it is essential to take with us the heart and essence of these Stoic practices, not only as abstract concepts, but as tangible actions that shape our daily life. The way to self-discipline, resilience, and serenity lies not only in understanding Stoicism, but in fully living it. Each day offers us a new opportunity, a blank lens where our actions are the features that shape the picture of our existence. So, let us begin today. Let us choose a practice, be it a reflective moment in the morning or an act of kindness, and let us observe how these actions transform and embellish our world. I sincerely hope that this message has been helpful. I sincerely want to congratulate you for coming this far and completing the video. That means that you want to improve as a person. If you liked the video, leave your comment. If you don't know what to say, comment "gratitude," then I'll know that you've watched until the end. If you're not already on the channel, what are you waiting for? Sign up now and join us. Stoicism is full of teachings like this, which are applicable to our everyday life. Therefore, I encourage you to continue learning about this philosophy. I leave here 2 videos full of Stoic wisdom, so you can continue learning. Until next,